Okay, ma. Listen. I told you we are going to look into statistical functions. Statistics is about what? Summarizing data. Summarizing data. Okay, we will. Okay. Then ABEDEB. This is average deviation of given numbers. What is deviation? Deviation. Do you know anything about deviation? There is a normal standard in which you have to work. Sometimes you may take a deviation. It means you feel tired, you feel ill, you would be taking a nap, taking rest, even at workplace. It is a deviation. It is not the normal thing. Whereas due to certain circumstances, deviations happen. Similar to that, numbers have an average value. Whereas each number does not fall upon the average itself. It has got some deviation from the average. Deviation from the average. The sum of all the deviations divided by the number of deviations is called the ABEDEB. Average deviation. Okay, then average itself is a function which gives us the average of given values. We have calculated the average using JavaScript yesterday. We have done it ourselves. We split the numbers, then we added them up for summation, then found out the count, found out the average ourselves. Whereas Excel does the same for us. For whatever numbers we offer, it calculates the average. Average A. It takes even alphabets as input and calculates the average accordingly. Then average ifs. Average ifs will calculate the average based on certain if conditions. You may provide some condition based on which the average should be calculated. Suppose I wish to get only the average marks of students scoring above 90%. I would call average is bracket open the range in which the average should be calculated, comma, within double quotes, greater than or equals 90, double quotes close, bracket close. This will calculate the average of students who scored above, equal to or more than 90%. Okay, then average is correlation. I told you about correlation, then we stopped. Correlation means something happens, we guess that something else will happen as a consequence. I told you cloud gathers. You would guess that some precipitation, rainfall is likely to occur. Then we take appropriate action. Similar to that, correlation will find out one parameter and guess the result for another parameter. For uh, it's like guessing, whereas mathematical guessing, statistical guessing, correl will calculate one parameter based on another parameter, one parameter based on another parameter, correlation. Okay. It's also possible to describe it like this. Correl means correlation. It means someone brings idli for tiffin, curd rice for lunch. Your friend may also bring the same on most of the occasions. If this happens, you have a correlation. You do have a correlation. If it happens often, correl function is likely to predict such happenings. Whereas it's a mathematical function. It's not calculating idlis and curd rice. Whereas it will calculate the numbers and find out the resulting parameter. One parameter based on another parameter. One person's behavior based on another person. If we know one person what one person bought, we would know what the other person would have brought. Similar to that, one parameter is used for guessing the other parameter. It's called correlation. Then count the number of numbers, number of inputs offered to Excel. We select a range. Maybe there are 10 numbers, 15 numbers, 20 numbers, whatever the count may be. Count will give us a count. Then count if. It's similar to sum if. You have to count the numbers based on given condition. Count ifs will have multiple conditions. Count if has got only one condition after count. We have yesterday we have used sum if. Sum if. Similar to that, count if can be used. Then count A. Count A is similar to average A. It permits occurrence of alphabets like AB or something, some other alphabets in addition to numbers. It does not report any error in case there are any alphabets. Absent. Normally, absent is marked as A in mark statements. Average and normal average and count may do some mistake if numbers are intermixed with letters. Therefore, this A, count A and average A will take even alphabets as input and do the correct calculation. Then count blank. If there are any blank cells, this count blank will count the blank cells. If there are any unfilled values, you have a data for 1000 students. You have data for 1000 students or 1000 persons. Some person may not have filled the data properly. Count blank will count the number of blank rows in a particular range. Blank rows or blank columns. You provide the range, it will calculate the blanks. Then dev SQ, deviation square. I said ABEDEB, average deviation. Similar to that, you calculate the deviation, square the values, add them up. Dev SQ gives the squared sum, squared sum of deviations. It's not the normal value, it is squared and added up. Dev SQ. Then forecast. Forecast is similar to correlation. You provide a series of numbers 5, 7, 8, 9, similar to that, and you call forecast for getting the next number. It will guess the most probable value for the next number. Forecast function will give you what the next number is. Okay, forecast. Then whereas forecast is not to be relied upon, the result may go wrong. Excel is not God. It does not know what will happen in the real world. It tries to guess. It tries to guess the next value for us. It may go wrong. We should not believe upon the forecast value. Any forecast is likely to go wrong. Future is uncertain. Then geomean, geometrical mean. Normally we calculate mean or average using the summation and number of value. Do you follow? Summation of numbers and the number of value. Summation. You calculate the sum of all the given numbers, then divide it by the number of value. Whereas geometrical mean is different. You have to multiply the numbers and then take the nth root of the number. Suppose we have about 4 or 5 numbers. You have to multiply all the numbers and take the fourth root of the given result, calculated result. This will give us the geometrical mean of numbers. Growth. Growth is similar to forecast. Whereas you provide some x value, you provide some y value, then ask the growth function to calculate the next x and y value. This is for forecasting of share market and other uncertain data. For crop forecast, then rain forecast, then share market forecast, and they are likely to go wrong. They are not correctly forecast. Then large, it returns the largest among the given value, and large rank based large value. First largest, second largest, third largest. You can ask large to return the third largest value. You have to call large, open bracket, select the range, then comma 2. It will give you the second largest number from the list of given numbers. Then max. Max is the maximum value. Max A. Max A. A for alphabets. You calculate the maximum, whereas it will include alphabets A, B, C, D also in the list. Then median. Median is the value which is not the average, whereas you have 2, 7 and 14 as the numbers. What will be the median value? 7 is the median value. Yes, 7 is the median value. When we arrange the numbers in ascending or descending order. The central value is taken as the median value. It's not the average. We don't calculate the sum. We don't divide it by the number of elements. We simply arrange them in ascending or descending order. The central number is called the median. Good permissive. Then min is minimum. Min stands for minimum. I don't know. Oh, okay. Min A includes minimum with alphabets. Permute. I told you about the existence of combine in the previous math function list. Combine. Permute is also a similar process, permutation. I told you about two things. You combine the three, they may sit anywhere. Whereas you permute the three, they cannot be permitted to sit anywhere. They have to be given particular locations. Permutation is about combining certain values and providing them with the proper placement. Permutation. Whereas combination does not bother about how they sit, how they are placed. It simply groups the elements together. Now permute. Then rank. Rank, we have already used this rank formula for calculating rank of students in the first exercise itself. We have used rank between formula for generating random marks, and then we have used rank formula for finding the rank. Do you remember? Yes? Okay. We have to provide the range in which rank is to be calculated. And we often use string symbol, dollar symbol for freezing the rows and columns. Okay. Then stdev, standard, sorry, small. Small is similar to large. Large and small. Whereas it will provide the first smallest number or second smallest number, third smallest number. Small, you provide the range, comma, numbers 2, 3, 4, or any other number. Then stdev, standard deviation. stdev stands for standard deviation. With this, the list is over. We will have a what? Simple recap of the function and a fast demo of whatever functions we have covered. We will take about 5 minutes for a review of the functions. Then we'll go on to practical. Excel. Functions which are not the normal functions. A, B, D, E, B. You just take a look. I enter a set of random data. Now I may call ABE DEB equals ABE DEB within the range A1 colon A6. This will give the average deviation. It has got 1.5 as the average deviation. Average deviation. Then average itself. What is the average? Equals average A1 colon A6. It will provide me the average value. 4.5 is the average of whatever numbers I have entered in the list. Then average A. Suppose I make it something else. Then equals average A. Some person is absent. A1 colon A6. This will calculate the average including the alphabet as the input. Average A. Then average ifs. Average ifs. Okay, if average, if bracket open, A1 colon A6, comma, I provide the condition, average of numbers greater than 5. I provide the condition, greater than 5. Then there are only two numbers, 6 and 7. 6.5 should be the average for me. Wait. The second argument is criteria 1. Okay. Average range. Oh, you have to provide a criteria range. Criteria range. Why a range of criteria? Wait. The same is A1 to A6 is the criteria range. A1 to A6 is the criteria range. Then greater than 5. I should get 6.5 as the average. 6.5. It's taking two arguments. You just take a look. One is average of the numbers, whereas the criteria is such may be searched in different area also. That is the reason why we have to repeat A1 to A6 as the second argument. Second argument. Then we go on to the condition greater than 5. Then only two numbers qualify for this greater than 5 criterion, 6 and 7. 6.5 is the average of the given numbers. Okay, we will move on. Average ifs, count, correl, sorry. Average ifs, then correl. Correl has to have two values. Wait. This is 4. I will enter other set of numbers. There are two sets of values. One is x, the other one is y. Correlation normally takes place between two values. One value should not be correlated with itself. It's related. Okay. Equals correl, bracket open, array 1, A1 colon A6 and array 2, B1 colon B6. These two, how these two are correlated? It will return a number between 0 and 1. It is 0.72829. It means these two numbers, these two series at A and series at B are related by 72%. These two are related, whereas the relationship, percentage relationship can be quantified as 72%. 0.72 stands for 72%. Okay. We can say that these two are related to each other by 72%. One can be predicted using the other parameter up to 72% accuracy. Correlation. One set of values correlated to another set of values. Two are correlated. Co means cooperation. Whenever co happens, it's not singular. Co means some entities, 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. Whereas more than one entity should be involved in a cooperation. Correl is also such an operation. We need two entities for correlation. Then count ifs. Okay, count A. I will simply use count. Wait, I place A here equals count bracket open A1 colon A6. I should get 6 as the result, whereas I get 5. Why? Count is not happy with A. Count is not happy with the number letter A occurring inside the list of numbers. Count only calculates only the numbers. Count calculates only the numbers. It ignores any letters. Whereas I invoke count A. Instead of count, I invoke count A. I get 6 because it accepts even alphabets. You just take a look at the difference. When I used count, it was 5 because A was ignored. Only 5 numbers. It says only 5 numbers. Whereas I called upon count A. Now the formula is count A and you look at 6 values happening. A is accepted as a valid input. Count A. Whereas count ifs, I will not go into that. It's similar to what? Similar to the average if and sum if formula. Okay. Then count blank. You just take a look. Equals count blank A1 to A6. I should get 0 as the result. Why? All the cells are filled up in this range. 0 is the result. Whereas I delete one value. Count blank gives me 1 as the blank value. Two values. 2 as the result. Okay, count blank counts only the cells which are blank in a particular range. Okay. If the cell is occupied, it will say 0. If all the cells are occupied, it will say 0. Count blank. Then depth as cubed. Deviation square equals Bama. In the A1 colon A6. 14.8 is the then SQ, deviation square. Square of deviations is 14.8, 21.33, whatever. Okay, deviation squares. Then forecast. You just take a look at this, equals forecast, bracket open, X. You just take this for X, A1 to A6. Then Y, B1 to B6. B1 to B6. Then wait. I want the number result for here 2, 4, 2, 5, 6, 7. Whereas I want the result for number 9. You just take this. It is forecasting. It takes 3 arguments. You just take a look at this formula. Forecast. 9 is the value for which I need the forecast. If 9 occurs in the list of A values, what will be the result for B column? Okay, I am forecasting. 9 is given as a first argument. A1 to A6 is the X values. B1 to B6 is the Y value. Okay, it calculates 9 should be accompanied by 9.036 as a forecast value. Okay, whereas this may not be true. You should never believe in anyone forecasting anything. Weather forecast, it may go wrong. Astrologer may go wrong. Okay, any market forecast, share market forecasting, it goes wrong. Okay, no forecast is 100% correct. It's all what? Estimate, probable estimate. You may simply take a look and ignore. Okay, forecast is not to be believed. Geomean. What is geometrical mean? I already told you, equals geomean. Instead of calculating the mean value by summing up the numbers, we calculate geometrical mean by multiplying them and then taking the nth root. That is geomean. Geometrical mean. Okay. Then growth. Growth is similar to forecast, equals growth, bracket open. It takes known wise B1 to B6, comma, known X, A1 to A6, A1 colon A6. Then what is this constant? It is optional. Then next value should be it says the next value is 1.90 something. Wait. I don't know why this number is so low. The next value should be 1.9 or 2. Whereas the forecast is always likely to fail. Growth and forecast will fail. Therefore, we need not believe in them. It says the next number should be 2, 1.90 something. Okay. Whereas we are not ready to believe in it, leave it. Forecast and growth, forecast, growth. Then there is another function in the future. Okay, these two are estimates. They are not to be believed. Then large, growth, large. You look. You take a look at this this series. What's the largest value? 7 is the largest value in the A series. Then what is the second largest? 6. What is the third largest? It should be 5. Okay. I want to get the third largest value for the series. I call upon equals large, bracket open, A1 colon A6, comma 3. Third largest value is 5. Suppose I wish to get the second largest value. I should be getting 6. I change it. I wish to, okay, it's okay. Then small equals, there is a function called small, which is opposite to large, A1 to A6 range. Whereas from the smallest, we have to rank the numbers. What is the smallest number? 2 should be the smallest number here. Second smallest is 4. I wish to get the second smallest. I should get 4 as the result. Okay, two twos are placed together. Therefore, second small is also 2. It's similar to ranking. Third small should be 4. Third small is 4. Why? Because there are two twos. I forgot that there are two twos. Therefore, first smallest is also 2, second smallest is also 2, third smallest is 4. Okay. Then we we know what large and small do. Hmm? Large, small. Then max A. You just take a look. Max will give the maximum value within a given range. Max of A1 colon A6 will give me the number 7, maximum value. Min will give me the minimum value. Min will give me the minimum value, which is 2. Maximum value is 7, properly given. Then max A. This max A and min A. Max A, A1 colon A6. 7 is provided as the value. I mark some what? Some absent values. Even then, it provides me the same result correctly. Whereas if I ignore this alphabet and provide max as the value, it also provides 7. It's okay. Whereas A is considered as a valid input when we call max A. Max A considers A as the input. Whereas it will not consider alphabets as input for max function. Okay. Then we go to maxing median. I already told you about the median value. It's not the average. It's the central value. A1 colon A6. You arrange the numbers in ascending or descending order. The central number is called the median, and here it is 4. Out of the 6 numbers, 4 is the median value for us. Median is the middle value. Median stands for the middle value when numbers are arranged in ascending or descending order. Okay. Then min. Min is minimum value. We have already used min. Min A. Min A is similar to min, whereas it will not bother about the occurrence of alphabets A, B, C, D. Anything can be there as a valid input. Permute, I don't want to confuse you with permute. I already told you it is a way of combining things with what? Consideration for placement of objects. Okay, we are not going to teach you mathematics. Permute is about combining objects with proper placement. Rank, we already used it. We are not going to describe it here. Rank will give you the rank of given number. In a particular range, you can get the rank of a particular number. Small has already been used. stdev equals stdev. Bracket open. A1 colon A6 will give me the standard deviation of given numbers. I can use rank here. Rank. Then B string 1 colon string B string 6 what? Oh, number. Sorry. It should be B1. B1 comma. Okay. And this is the rank value. First rank goes to 6, second rank to 5, third rank is ignored because there should be 2 twos. 2 5s are there. Therefore, 2 twos, 2 second rank holders. Third rank is ignored. Fourth rank goes to 3. Fifth rank goes to nobody. Fifth rank also is taken by 4 because 3 is occurring twice. Then sixth rank goes to 1. Okay, rank formula. We have already used rank formula. You provide a number, comma, the range in which rank should be calculated. Done. With this, we close statistical functions in MS Excel. Okay. All of you have what? Listen, or all of you have? I want everyone to repeat the statistical values and we will close the class. We'll go to practical. because statistical functions are important. Math and statistical functions are very important for us. Statistical functions. Ma'am, shall we repeat the list? What are the statistical functions? AB dev, AB dev. Then average, average A, average is, for in, count, count it, count is, count A, count black, dev SQ, forecast, geomean, growth, large, max, max A, median, min, min A, permute, rank, small, ST dev. With this, we close our theory session. You may take rest for few minutes. We come back for practical. Ma'am, you are permitted.